In the online college world, study skills are something that we as students use on a daily basis. Not only do we use the general study skills such as note-taking, we generally all use time management. Without being able to manage our time properly while taking online classes, our grades can severely suffer because of this. If we properly manage our time, we can do our schoolwork and still have a life outside of our online classes. Before actually learning a little more about time management, I was sort of juggling my entire life. I'd wake up and I know that I'd have a ton of things to do in one day, but didn't know how I was going to accomplish everything in the time allotted. In each day, there are only 24 hours. This amount of time doesn't change for any reason. Not your social status, not because some unexpected thing occurred. It changes for absolutely no one. It is how you spend that time that really counts. It also matters how you decide to divide your time. As I stated before, you need to properly manage your time. One way that you can start to learn how to better manage your time is to create a list of goals, similar to a to-do list but with a time period. For instance, you could start by making a list of all your goals, and after you make that list, you can divide what may be short-term goals or long-term goals. You can also determine the timeline of which these goals need completed, something like a due date. After you have organized your list of goals or things that you would like to accomplish, the next step would be to schedule your time accordingly. One of the most useful tools that someone that might be new to managing their time would be something like a day planner or an appointment book, where you can schedule things out in time slots. These tools come in handy while first learning because you can schedule and plan every part of your day. Of course, you can't plan for the things that will inevitably come up, but you can at least have somewhat of a rough outline of the time that you're going to allot to one task. You can plan anything, so when you are planning, make your planner as accurate as possible. You can plan, when you're going to do your laundry, when you're going to do your schoolwork, when you're going to, make dinner, shower, etc. It helps to plan ahead as much as possible, but even if you can only plan one day ahead, you're going to be okay. Planning out times to do your schoolwork is like a definite key. You can carve out time for each class or activity and make sure you devote that a certain amount of time to whatever activity you're going to be doing. In other words, it's best to stick to the schedule that you make as closely as you possibly can. For example, if you have like a paper or a project due within like a week, you could schedule out like what day you're going to, do your research, and what day you're going to do your outline, what day you can write your thesis, what day you can do your rough draft, and go from there. Obviously, you want to make sure everything is done before the paper or project or whatever is due. But it's definitely a helpful way to kind of avoid procrastination as much as you possibly can. As I've stated many times, things do come up that are unexpected, like family emergencies, things like that. So don't freak out if something does come up and, something that you had scheduled for that day that you can't do. I mean, you always have the next day to try and do it. As an online college student myself, I found that I'm most successful when I do plan the time that I'm going to take out of my day for school. That way I'm not falling behind in my classes or missing due dates or anything like that. Definitely helps. I've been struggling these past few weeks to try and make sure that everything is done, but that's just because I've had a lot of unexpected things happen in my life, but it would be more helpful if I actually took the time out to write what I'm going to do down. I got all of my information from a website called collegeatlas.org, and they basically have an entire section on time management basics for college students. Thank you.